Friends, using words to tell a story is one way. Using pictures is another and a more powerful technique. In this video, we shall take a look at how various artists from some great painting traditions of India have visualized the story of Rama. Hello friends, welcome to this week's video from Kulture Katha. Through the last few months, we've seen very many versions of the great Indian epic, the Ramayana. We've seen how, as the popularity of the epic spread, it got told and retold in so many fascinating ways, be it in the Jain Ramayana, in Sanskrit theatre, or the women's version of the epic, or the Thai retelling, or the folk versions. If you have not watched these videos yet, do check out the Ramayana playlist, for which I've given the link in the description box below. Interestingly, the richness and diversity in the narrative we find in oral or textual retellings of the epic can also be found in its visual expressions. Some of the earliest paintings of the Ramayana can probably be found as simple murals or paintings on the walls dating to the Gupta era. This painting that shows the scene before Sita's abduction, where Ravan is seen standing at her doorstep, has been found in a village in Gujarat. This mural is believed to belong to the Gupta period and could be among the oldest visual representations of Rama's story. But the story of Rama found truly vibrant visual expression only during the Mughal period. For that, we owe it to the great Mughal emperor Akbar, who commissioned a Persian translation of the epic in order to promote cross-cultural exchanges between the Hindu and Muslim communities. The translation was undertaken by the great scholar Maulvi Abdul Qadir Badauni in collaboration with various Brahmin Pandits and was completed in 1584. What made this text special were the several miniature paintings that acted as visual props to the narrative, enabling the reader to visualize the entire story. Note the rich Persian influence on the landscape, the buildings, the apparels of men and women, and the decorative panels in the buildings, and the choice of colors that were typical of Islamic architecture. Ram is even shown sitting on his throne, just as a Mughal emperor would sit in those days. Friends, making this text with about 176 illustrations was no easy task, as the artists had no prior visual references available for their work. Today, Badauni's original translation is lost to us, but a subsequent copy can be found at the Savai Mansingh Museum in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Subsequently, these Mughal miniature paintings inspired a whole lot of patrons, mostly Rajput kings, to commission the paintings of Ramayana to add to their own collection. Soon, this style evolved further into the Pahadi, the Kangra, Rajasthani and the Malwa schools of art. Here are some paintings from the various North Indian schools. For example, in the early 17th century, Rana Jagat Singh of Mewar commissioned Sahib Din, a Muslim artist with a deep knowledge of Indian culture and traditions, to work on the complete illustration of the epic. What turned out was an amazingly intricate and elaborate piece of work. Note the detailing that has gone into these paintings. Particularly interesting is the depiction of the episode where Kumbhakarna is being woken up to ready him for the battle with Rama. Although these paintings are heavily inspired by the Mughal miniature paintings, they are also unique in their own way and reflect the life of the people for whom they were painted. For example, in the Pahadi or Kangra paintings that came from the hilly regions of the Himalayas, we find that the landscape is dominated by mountains and the vegetation is similar to the one found in the deciduous forests of the Himalayas. Or take the Shangri paintings from the Jammu and Kullu regions of the Himalayas. These paintings carry far more intricate details, similar to what you would probably find in a Kashmir carpet. Of course, each of the school of paintings used different pigments for coloring. Indigo, lapis lazuli, iron and copper oxides, lead white, Indian yellow, vermilion and lamp black were some important pigments used. Take for example the yellow color used here, popularly known as Indian yellow. This color that adds a lot of vibrancy to the canvas was apparently made from the urine obtained from cow when the cow was kept on a constant diet of mango leaves. Roughly around this time, in the south of India, with the collapse of the Vijayanagar Empire, two new styles of painting started to emerge in the Mysore and Tanjore kingdoms. The artists who had enjoyed the patronage of the Vijayanagar emperors till then now looked southwards to the ally kingdoms of the Nayakars and ended up at the Mysore and Maratha courts seeking livelihood. As a result, the Mysore style of painting emerged that gave a very different visual feel to Rama's story. In these paintings, Rama and other characters, including females, appear with the holy Vaishnavite mark on their foreheads. This was typical of the Nayakar style, as the Nayakar kings were devout Vaishnavites and wore similar marks on their foreheads. Note also that unlike the thin figures we find in Pahadi paintings, the figures in these Mysore paintings appear chubbier and more rounded and are in typical South Indian style. These paintings were particularly known for their gesso work or gold foiling. Note also how Ram is shown as being fair-skinned. Clearly, that seems to have come from a royal diktat. Not very different from the Mysore paintings were the Tanjore paintings, although the Tanjore artists brought a bit of their own style to their paintings. This Tanjore painting depicts Rama's coronation, which was a particularly favorite theme among South Indian kings. Note here how the holy Vaishnava mark on Rama's forehead looks different from the one we found in Mysore painting. While the Tanjore paintings were embellished with gold foil and semi-precious stones, the artists were also happy to adapt it to suit the tastes of the European connoisseurs. These paintings came to be known as company style paintings. Note how in this company style painting, the depiction of Rama's battle with Ravana is stripped of all excessive embellishments and all the characters are shown fully clothed. While the court artists across India were busy painting episodes from the epic for their royal patrons, the story of Rama found expression in folk art too. For example, the weavers of Rayalaseema in Andhra Pradesh commissioned artists to undertake paintings on cloth. These paintings became famous as kalamkari paintings. The kalamkari artists, as the word kalam suggests, used pens to make their paintings. The level of precision and intricacy achieved using pen on a fluid medium such as cloth is simply amazing. What I found most interesting in the depiction of Ramayana and folk art are the Phad paintings of Rajasthan. Phad, a scroll painting from Bhilwara in Rajasthan, has a 700-year-old history. These Phads are carried around by priest singers called Bhopas and Bhopis, who use these scroll paintings as visual props while narrating religious stories of local deities and gods. The story of Dev Narayan Ji, considered an incarnation of Vishnu, is a particularly popular tale. The Phad painting is unrolled after sunset and the song and dance of storytelling continues well into the night. This Phad, for example, covers the story from the birth of Ram to his marriage to Sita. And in this Phad, the story of Ram is told as part of the Dev Narayan Ji saga. Yet another interesting folk art tradition is the Madhubani school of Bihar. This tradition is also referred to as the Mithila school. Mithila, as we all know, was the birthplace of Sita. And it is for this reason Sita features prominently in Madhubani paintings. Particularly popular theme is Sita's Bidai, or her farewell from her mother's house after her marriage to Ram. Of course, no talk on Ramayana in paintings can be complete without the mention of the great Raja Ravi Varma, the man who gave human faces to our gods. But for him, we would still struggle to visualize Rama and Sita in our mind's eyes. Ravi Varma, to his credit, has painted several scenes from the Ramayana. This one here is a lesser known painting of the marriage of Rama with Sita. Notice how young they were when they married. But the one that fascinates me the most is the Jatayu Vadh. Ravi Varma followed the Kathakali positioning in all his paintings, wherein the most powerful person in a scene is placed on the left side of the canvas, from the viewer's point of view, that is. In this painting, clearly Ravana has an upper hand as he abducts Sita while simultaneously fighting Jatayu. Seeing this painting, one's heart goes out to Sita, who covers her face, unable to look at the sad plight of Jatayu. A 1,000-worded description of this scene can be no match for this painting. I'll wind up now with showing you yet another brilliant depiction of a scene from the Uttara Ramayana. Although this painting came from the Ravi Varma press, we are not sure if it was indeed Ravi Varma who painted this or if it was some other commissioned artist. Whoever the artist was, his art is simply priceless. Note how a bewildered Rama, his sons and other members of the royal court look on as Mother Earth comes to take away Sita. It can't get more realistic than this. So dear friends, that was my story of Ramayana in paintings. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, please do like and share. Also do remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're already a subscriber, remember to press the bell icon to receive weekly notifications on new video uploads. This is Sumati Sridhar signing off for the week. Till we meet again over yet another fascinating story. Tata, bye bye. Take care.